Good day, grade 11s. My name is Patience Ngobeni, and I will be taking you through today's exciting revision lesson on business ventures. Now, remember, very importantly, we are focusing on revision. So this is something that you already know, and we are just making sure that you are fully equipped for when you write your exams. Now, the revision objectives of today's lesson is that we will revise on the entrepreneurial qualities and the success factors. So we will be also looking at how can we transform a business plan into an action plan, and how do we start now our business based on that action plan. We will also look at the benefits of starting a company over other forms of ownership. And then we'll also look at presenting of business-related informations in an effective manner. Now, when you look at our concept map, you will then see that business ventures is separated into the following topics. We have entrepreneurial qualities, we have transforming a business plan into an action plan. We also have starting a business venture based on an action plan, and also presentation of business information, forms of ownership, and avenues of acquiring a business. All these topics combined form business ventures. Now, in this lesson, we are going to focus on the entrepreneurial qualities, transforming a business plan, as well as starting a business plan or business venture rather, based on an action plan. Now let's look at the first one, which is called entrepreneurial qualities. So you must know the different qualities that are needed in order for an entrepreneur to be successful. Then we must also look at what are the success factors that contribute towards ensuring that the business remains profitable. You must also then be able to look at the areas of improvement that businesses can look at to make sure that they grow in their business. Then we also have the strategies for improving profitability and sustainability. Now, the revising keywords that we will come across in this lesson includes the entrepreneur, which is defined as someone who takes the risk, very important, of converting a business idea into a business venture. We also have the word sustainability, which is the ability for the business to continue without causing damage to the environment and the community. The next revising keyword that you will come across is called profitability, which is simply defined as the revenue that is gained or earned by a business. We then have risk, which is an unforeseen event that can impact negatively on a decision. We also have good governance, which is defined as the processes and institutions that produce results to meet the needs of society while making the best use of resources. Let's then look at the first topic, which is business ventures under entrepreneurial qualities, business plan, and starting a business plan based on an action plan. The common errors that you can face here is that you are going to confuse the factors to consider before a startup with the factors to consider when initiating a business. Now, it is very important to remember that when we talk about factors to consider when initiating a business, we are looking at the idea that you have when you want to start a business. Now, as you are planning your business idea, there are certain factors that you need to look at, which we will discuss later on. And then after that is done, you will then want to start your business. But before you can do that, there are also a few more things that you need to consider. Then you might also have a problem with discussing and identifying the sources of funding. Now, for you to remember, is that you need to note that businesses use different ways to obtain capital to run their business. Now, you must know the different ways in which the businesses can obtain capital. Once you know that, it becomes very easy for you to then explain that source of funding. When we look at entrepreneurial qualities, it is very important for a good entrepreneur. Remember, the focus is on a good entrepreneur to have flexibility, which means that the entrepreneur must be able to adapt to different situations. They must also have passion for their business so that they do not give up easily when they are faced with challenges. Now, I will also highlight one more. They must be able to take calculated risks, because in order for a business to be successful, there are different risks that need to be taken for that business to make more money. Now, there are different success factors, as you know, that make a business to be more profitable. The main important is that a business must be sustainable, which means, as we have previously explained, that this business must be able to continue to exist despite all the challenges that they come across with, and they must make sure that they conduct their operations in a manner that does not harm the environment, which means we must not pollute or harm the society that we live in. We must also be able to make profit. So it makes no sense for me to run a business but do not make money out of it, because I will not be benefiting anything as an entrepreneur. We must also have good leadership, which will help you to run your business successfully. And as a business, you must be able to notice that you are always going to have room for improvement. Now, there are certain areas of improvement that you can consider when running a business, which speak about making sure that money comes in quickly. Now, remember, grade 11s, that when you are running a business, you are running it to make a profit. Now, you need to come up with strategies that make sure that whatever you are selling or whatever service you are offering brings you money in quickly so that you can be able to cover for all your expenses. You must also be able to identify your target market. Now, this will help you to know who are you selling to, where are the people that you are selling to, and how are you going to deliver the product. Now, grade 11s, I know that entrepreneurial qualities is a lot to take in. So I am going to give you a few minutes to take a breather, and then I will see you after an ad break.